Dayton Strip wins from September runs.
And Masked Crusader quickly raced up to hit the lead now. And Masked Crusader edges away to win it.
Geetra has won it. It's a blowout from Red Cell. Loving Gabby third.
Ole Kirk, North Pacific, stride for stride. Ole Kirk, North Pacific, bob of the heads, Ole Kirk.
Hello, I'm Caroline Searcy. Welcome to the 2021 Inglis Premier Yearling Sale preview. In the next hour, we'll hear from Simon Vivian about the great history of this sale, particularly in recent years, and then take a look at this year's crop, featuring yearlings by the best sires in Australia and Europe, such as Written Tycoon, Piero, Shalar, Dundeel, Camelot, Frankel and more. The sale will be held from Sunday, February 28 until the 2nd of March at Oaklands in Melbourne. So sit back and enjoy watching the next crop of champions to come through the Inglis Premier Sale ring. Simon, everything's still obviously very fluid with the COVID situation, from one state to another, but the yearlings still have to be prepared and filmed and inspected for the vendors. I guess it's just business as usual.
Caroline, I've been on a lot of these farms. I've spoken to a great number of our vendors themselves. These horses come in probably prior to Christmas, so it's a long haul. And look, it's been a trying year for most of the on-farms or the on-farm staff because of the COVID circumstances. A lot of people haven't been able to move from state to state. But the management of our respective farms in Victoria has been fantastic. I've also spent a lot of time up in the Hunter Valley looking at horses that were going to the Classic Sale and the Premier Sale. And I know that each of those states has been equally as vigilant in getting high quality staff. So look, it has been, work goes on. Everybody's been aware that with COVID circumstances, we've had to be a little bit prepared to move and change with the advent of regulations. But I think fortunately everything is rolling in the right direction, and I can't wait to get to Premier 2021.
So how do you think the buyers are approaching this sale?
I think the buyers will be seeing Melbourne Premier as a fantastic shopping opportunity. Look, already with the sales that we've seen in Australasia this year, there's great demand, so it's fantastic that the industry is holding up as well as it is. But beyond that, I think that when people go through the Premier catalogue, they'll recognise that it is a catalogue with very, very high quality pedigrees. The conformation matches that. It's an outstanding draft of yearlings. And I think Melbourne does seem to fit a price category where a lot of people are very comfortable. If you're trying to buy a horse for anywhere from 50,000 to 250,000, then Melbourne can be your perfect hitting zone. And I think that's where the greater percentage of our drafts will be. But there, when you look at the phenomenal prize money right around Australia, the benefits that come with respective state bonuses plus English bonuses, I think that there's opportunities there that we probably haven't seen for a long, long time. And again, I think that the buyers will have, having spoken to a number of the Victorian trainers with respect to outside of Victoria sales prior to Premier, they've sat back and said, look, we're going to keep our powder dry and we're going to have a swing at Prem. So I'm very, very hopeful that's the way that things are going to go.
Well, of course, the Premier Sale has a wonderful record of producing Group 1 stars of the track. We refer to the likes of Black Caviar, Santa Ana Lane, Nature Strip, but the last 12 months have been fantastic with these Group 1 winners such as September Run in the Coolmore, Ole Kirk winning the Golden Rose, the Caulfield Guineas, and Geetra, of course, winning the Lightning.
It's been a couple of outstanding years. Look, we've always been very, very proud of the product that's come through Melbourne Premier, but all of a sudden we've got some of the finest horsemen in the country paying really a strong attention to Melbourne Premier. And having spoken recently to Wayne Hawkes, and he said, look, we used to come to Premier and we're never quite sure what we could find. We'd prefer to shop at maybe a different sort of a sale like Easter. But he said, look, we know that we can come to Premier and we can buy an outstanding horse. And horses like Ole Kirk and North Pacific are evidence of that. And a lot of trainers now are seeing Melbourne Premier as a really great target market. Look, the best breeders in the land, the best breeders in the Southern Hemisphere, quite frankly, are supportive of Melbourne Premier. So if you've got an eye for a quality animal and a desire to buy a really nice horse, that's why they've been coming, and those horses have been finding their way to the racetrack. And as I said, as proud as we are of the success of the individual sales, when you go and see them perform on the racetrack, that's when you really do get a buzz in your tummy. And I think it's going to continue to happen. And honestly, Caroline, I think 2021, I've been with Inglis now for 16 years, and I can genuinely say that, in my opinion, this is the best collection of yearlings that we have put through a sale in that time. And so I think there's going to be some wonderful opportunities. One thing we've always tried to provide with Premier is to create that smorgasbord of size. I think over 130 individual size represented, as you mentioned, running from the finest in the land, you know, Reduced Choice, Fastnet Rock, I'm Invincible and Written Tycoon, right through the quality horses, through to these young guys that are stepping out now. And as you mentioned, we see horses like Extreme Choice, Capitalist, Shalar, Flying Auntie, these young 2-year-old sires. I think that looks like it could be a really vintage crop of first season sires. So there's going to be some great shopping with those horses. And then there's young batch of young horses coming through. And you know, I can tell you that, you know, a horse like Highland Reel, who obviously stands in Victoria, with respect to all the other horses, that's the horse that we've probably got the greatest volume of. And I have been absolutely delighted with the Highland Reels. And I think a lot of people that have been out looking at yearlings have sat back and said, by golly, he might be a little bit of a surprise pack. So you're quite right. And if people are there, they want to buy the proven horse, the first season horse, or the young up and coming stallion, we're going to have them all there. So again, we love that smorgasbord concept.
I'll be back after the break previewing one of the great drafts, of course, from Blue Gum Farm. But Simon, thank you very much and good luck for what's going to be a fantastic sale, I'm sure.
Thanks, Caroline.